everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. So I finished up, well, I don't know, I counted how many cards my husband and I, well, he did most of the cutting, I did all the designing, he did 90% of the die cutting, I did 90% of the punching, but we did thousands of cards over the last 2 weeks. So if you go to my Instagram, I started to post the ones for Card Club, but we got Try It class and Card Club out in a week, which both are thousands of cards, and then we did them both. We mailed the Try It class, those mailed on Monday, and then I mailed the other ones. The postman took them to the post office today. So craziness. And as I was doing them, that meant I couldn't really do any other videos, but every time I would make a card, I was like, oh, I'd like to use this, and I'd like to use that, and I'd like to use this. And I have my in-person stamp camp tomorrow, and then I have to start doing Hues of Happiness. So I was making camp projects, and I thought, I'm going to film this real quick. But what happened, I kind of have like, you know, when there's too many ideas, like idea overload. And so all of the suites, especially that I worked with Try It class, there's just great suites in the new annual catalog. But my mind was just like, I had so many ideas and then they're just gone. Like I don't write them down. I should, but I don't because I'm so busy. I'm not a list maker. I never make lists. Sometimes it's my downfall, but that's the way my mind works. So 95% of the time, I'm okay without any list. And then that 5% of the time, I'm like, yeah, I could have done with the list. So as I started getting ready for camp, I thought, well, I'm going to pull out a set that I haven't even used yet. So I'm going to use a Fish and a Wish. And this is going to be one of our camp cards. But I'm going to pull, it's funny because I designed the whole thing around using this ribbon, which is beautiful ribbon. And I've already had people who've gotten their Try It packets say they hadn't noticed the ribbon or they wouldn't have bought the ribbon. Because when you see it in real person, it can make such a difference. But I designed this card around this ribbon and it's not on it. It didn't need the ribbon. And it really looked better with the cord. So we're going to do a Fish and a Wish with some other fun things that are new on it. So I'm going to use vanilla cardstock because of all of the stuff I've done recently. Nothing was vanilla. So I think I just needed a little bit of break from all of the stuff that I was doing. And then I have a piece of the distressed gold paper. So we're going to put that on. That's new. And so the colors, I do have petal pink because I was going to use that ribbon. So I thought about switching it up because I'm going to use the sequins, and you could use a little bit of a brighter pink, but I liked the card, so we're just going to keep it as it is. So let's go with Crumb Cake. It's a real fast card. The sayings in the little set, I'm going to go with Love Never Fails, but there's a sea of thanks, sending well wishes, and then here for you. It's a really fun little stamp set. So I'm going to go with the coral on the Crumb Cake. And just kind of do a sweeping thing of coral up the side. So just kind of, some of it's going to get covered up. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to kind of look like it's just kind of filling up the side of your card here. Put that one over there. And just kind of fill in these little edges. Super easy. And then I have one thing I've already done, just so this video would go a little faster because I am getting ready for camp here in the morning and I have to do some more projects and cut some more paper. I'm using the deckled rectangles. So this is the smallest, they're graduated sizes. And you can see it has that fun deckled edge. So when you run them through, but I just ran it through for you. So you can already see it. Now I'm not gonna re-ink this. I'm just gonna have it be a tad bit lighter. It's not gonna be a whole lot lighter, just a tad. This stamp set has a really fun, distinctive feel to it. And then let's switch to the petal pink. That's not going to have any petal pink ribbon on it. But it could be used as a postage stamp. It's just kind of an artistic little wave. And I found that you really kind of needed to go right side up and then flip it upside down to kind of give that wave effect. So sometimes go one way and then flip it the other way. So I'm just gonna go back and fill those kind of in this opposite direction. I filmed 14 projects over the last 2 days. And today I can get through much more without coughing. I'm still coughing a little bit. Blow some hot air on there. There we go. Now we have a little bit more. But that was a whole lot of talking. And I have that thing where I'm much, much better. I'm not 100%. I would say I'm 95%, but I have the thing, and I know you've all had it, where you feel pretty good during the day. And then as evening comes, your throat starts to hurt. So when you have that thing and then you spend the whole entire day talking to yourself, it doesn't really help. Because, if you're at work or something, you can tell people I'm not talking today because my throat hurts. So I'm going to go Love Never Fails in black. There. And then that's the only black on here because I want those words to really stand out. I have a little piece of scrap here. And the first time I did it, I tried it in the petal pink. That looked horrible. You couldn't even see the fish. And then I did it in crumb cake and you just didn't notice it. So I went up a step to soft suede. I think espresso would be a little bit too brown. It would probably be okay. But I wanted my fish, I want it to be darker, but I don't want it to be like, oh, there's a fish. I want it to kind of be a calm and soothing card. And then we have our little punch. And it will punch out the smaller fish in the stamp set as well. And you can also add fins if you're just doing it out of cardstock and you want to have fins on it. This would be great for Bible studies or Sunday school as well. Great for scrapbooking if you want to, if you're doing beach pictures. So many uses for this. If you have somebody in your life that loves to fish. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to do it off camera as well, just for time's sake. And then I don't remember what this is called. It will be in the supplies down underneath the video or over on my website, and run this through. It's the map one. Kind of gives that beach feel to it. And see, it just kind of roughens it up, gives it a little bit of a wind-worn look. And then I'm going to put this in here, which is already distressed. I'm just going to distress it a little bit more. And I'm going to put it, this folder has places where it doesn't have as much embossing. I'm going to put it in part where it has more. Right here, it has a little bit more than over here. I have lots of videos. If you're new to stamping and you don't know how to use a cut and emboss machine, I have lots of videos that do. But isn't that fun? It just kind of puffs some of that distress up. And we're almost done. Yeah. Just put this all together. And instead of that new beautiful ribbon, it just was a little bit too much for the card. A little too bulky, I think. So I have the false front because it's easier sometimes to work with the false front. So we'll add that at the end. Add a line of this here. You could also use the gold embossing. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't even think of the word, the flakes. Oh, there's a word, the gold leafing, the gold foil leafing. But this is faster and it kind of gives the same feel as that does. Then I'm going to add some adhesive right here in the middle, just like that. And then this twine, I think, is just a better feel. I mean, this is pretty and it matches the color, but it doesn't really match the style of the card. So even though I love it, I'm just going to go with something that's a little bit more the feel of the beach. And when you do this, you always have to use more than what you think because it's going to get, a bunch of it's going to get lost underneath here. And twine is one of our cheapest little ribbon embellishments. You get a ton of it on here. So I'm just going to kind of cut that off and then I'll separate it. Just like that. And then pull it so you have it going everywhere. You want it to be seen. And right now I know it looks a hot mess. Gotta make sure it's all separated. This is great if you don't like to tie bows because there's no bow tying going on here. Just hold it apart. I have had so many emails about my Try It class and whether or not I have any spare packets. I will have spare packets, I can tell, because I've started to check the tracking today. And people that are living close, like they're all getting there. And I did several. I think there's maybe 8. And then I had, that's including, I did them for people who might join my team as well. And today is the last day that I'm keeping those packets just because I want this to be done So sometime this weekend, I will put them for sale. See, now I have lots of this to work with. And I'm going to use the glue, so we'll be able to glue that down. So you have to be on my email list. That's the way that you'll be able to find out when they go for sale, and then it will just be people can buy them, and when they're gone, because I just want them to be gone before we go on vacation, which is the end of next week. So we have that. Now I'm going to use my fine tip glue and the sequins for everything, which come in 3 different colors. If you are in the Try It class, then you're going to use the blue. And then you're going to want to use your take your pick with the gooby end. And I think this might be, I'm having a vacation special, just a short time host code in between May and June. It's going to overlap 2 months. I think this is going to be one, because, you know, I have 2 of these, because my other one has the rolly tip, and then this one has my gooby tip, because I don't like to change tips. So you can always have 2. So here's a big secret when you use this, is to count, so you don't have to go back later and figure out. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This glue's about gone. 12, 13, 14, 15. It's got 15 of those. Let's go ahead and put our fish on so he doesn't get, so we don't put any underneath him, her, it. I don't know what our fish is. Here's a, like, you can decide where you want it. Maybe I'm going to stick this under here. Okay, so we have 15. And if you don't have this gooby tip, it makes putting on embellishments so much easier. Now there's gold and silver ones in here, and there's pearls. So I want to make sure that you get some of everything. Tear this off so it's nice and fresh and sticky. I do need a new one. You can get refills for them when they're gone. So just pull them out, and I want all different ones. 2, 3. Oh, come on. 4. There's pearls. Here's 1. 5. There's half pearls. So I'm going to do the rest, and then I will show you when they're all stuck on. Okay, so I've got all those on. I took these little pieces here where the rope was kind of twisted, and kind of like if, you know, there was some buried treasure underneath the ground, I kind of twisted those around and then just added some chunks of glue and some sequins there. So now all we have to do is stick it to the front of our card. When you do a false front, you really just need two long strips. And then just start with one side over here. And let it fall. Super easy. Isn't that a fun card? So I hope my camp girls will like it. All of the instructions, all of the supplies will be down below the video. And I am going to, if you want May's host code specials, those will end on the 26th, which was probably the day this video will get posted, and also have an email to go with it. And then starting on Friday, so there may, I think the 26th is Thursday. I've totally lost track of days. So then from Memorial Day weekend until we get back from vacation, there's going to be a vacation time. So we get back like the following Sunday, the Sunday after Memorial Day. And so I won't be back in the office until that Tuesday, because, you know, when you get back from vacation and you've been gone for more than a week, then you need that a day to like do laundry and to go to the groceries. So I may be in and out of my office that Monday, but I'm not going to be working that day. So I will have the vacation special from that time. That will be its own host code. So we're going to kind of overlap months. Stampin' Up! Has some great June specials. So over the next few days, I am going to have a kind of a summer calendar. Some of my things are going to be a little bit different. My next Try It class will start. I'm not going to have an online class in June. It will only be Card Club. It's a great time if you've never been in Card Club and you'd like to try it, because that's the only thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to prep for the Try It class, which will happen in July. And I'm not 100% certain that I'll have a class in July either. I've been so busy and I just need some time to kind of catch my breath, and Card Club will take it out of me. And the Try It class too, I may add a few additional spots to Try It class, so some more of you can get in, because it does fill up. So that's what I have. Be watching for my email. If you're not on that, then head to my website. There's a little pop-up and you can sign up there. You can sign up for my Facebook page as well. So everybody have a great day, and I will catch you back here later.